Hi Vixens, are we feeling hot and sexy today? Well, I hope you are because I definitely am. I love getting dressed up just to talk to y'all each week. This is so fun. Okay, sorry. Let's focus. Today, we're talking all about making new friends. It's fun, it's awkward, it's messy, and honestly, sometimes it's just plain confusing. I once tried to make a friend at the grocery store. She had a Karopi bag charm on, and I told her, I love Sanrio too. She looked at me as if she saw a ghost and then said, I don't know who Sanrio is. Yeah, okay. But you know, one bad encounter isn't gonna stop me from trying again, so it's okay. All right, I wanna get into one of my favorite segments of the show, Sexy Can I? But instead of me borrowing my favorite outfits from celebs, I'm sharing a few outfits I would love to share with a friend. Okay, wait, do you guys see the vision? Okay, because I love matching with my friends sometimes. It's just so freaking cute. And don't knock it, just hear me out. Okay, so the first outfit, we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna do matching Juicy Couture tracksuits. I wouldn't be the Virgo Vixen without a little bit of juicy. And I would 100% call up my friend and say, sexy, can we pretty please wear matching pink tracksuits today? And the great thing about these two is we don't actually have to wear the same color tracksuit if we don't want to. We can mix and match. It would just be so cute. Okay, next we have to come slogan tees. What's better than wearing a cheeky t-shirt? Wearing a cheeky t-shirt with your bestie. Okay, sexy, can we dig into the archives and find the funniest, raunchiest slogan tee and wear them out? I love when people stop to read our shirts and then they feel like they just wasted a couple brain cells on reading them, and it's hilarious. Okay, next up is matching purses and bag charms. This one is so fun because we can wear whatever we want as the outfit, and then we just have the most important accessory, our purse, matching. The bag charms can also be really different and they can match our personalities. And this one is like a win, honestly. So sexy, can we please wear matching Louis Vuitton Speedy bags with a billion bag charms? Okay, hear me out on this one, friend, because I know y'all try to hold this out for just y'all man, but sexy, can we please come matching PJs? This is the most intimate matching we can do as friends because matching PJs likely means we're in each other's homes. So we skip the club tonight, we skip the bar, we're feeling cozy. So I love this. So be honest, these are all super cute, right? Because I'm not always down to match with people, but when it comes to a good friend, you can call me twin. Okay? And speaking of good friends, we're going to dive right into the main topic of today. Making new friends as an adult and praying that they're good friends. Okay, so making friends in your 20s can be interesting to say the least. When we were younger, it was really a piece of cake. You just easily meet people at school, in clubs, or just by going outside to play. Things are not like that anymore. As an adult, not only do you have to put in more effort into finding friends, you also have to put a lot more effort into being a good friend. So we're dealing with brand new issues now. People are moving across state lines, jobs are changing, lives are shifting, and it's just not as simple as like, oh, I'll see you in class tomorrow. We really have to put in that work. So this work is the reason I believe many people aren't interested in making new friends. People don't want to invest their time into new people. Y'all all think y'all Drake or something? No new friends, no new friends, no new friends, no. Now, that was a banger, don't get me wrong, but that is not something you should be living by. And for some reason, I feel like so many people are. And I get it, as adults, we have to be a little bit more skeptical about who we're letting into our world and into our life. But everyone doesn't always have some bad intentions when it comes to friendships. And I do understand the hesitation. However, being hesitant doesn't mean you need to be completely closed off. Just proceed with caution when you're making new friends and then use your best judgment. And now you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, Vivi, why are you so pressed? And honestly, I am pressed because I care so deeply about having community. Your community is your village, because as much as a society tries to promote hyper independence, we really need people in our corner. We cannot do everything alone. So I love pushing people to make new friends and pour into those existing friendships. When you have friends, the warmth you feel is unmatched. the love friendships can bring into your life is really unreal. So now I have you wanting to be a little bit more friendly, huh? I know I said making friends as an adult can be tricky, but there are some ways that you can do it. So you could try a new hobby, join a class, talk in an online community, or just talk to people in person. You never know what could come out of just saying hi or giving somebody a compliment. I've met some of my favorite people just by yapping and finding common interests. Friendships in adulthood can be messy, but they can also be so beautiful. I'm encouraging all my vixens to just go out and have a conversation with somebody. You never know who you can meet. Honestly, you really have no clue. But okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I'm gonna stop lecturing y'all because it's time for That's My Jam Friendship Edition. So music can be another great way to find friends. And I remember in the early days of me and my bestie's friendship, we connected so much about our music interests and how we like so many of the same artists. So when I selected this week's jams, I thought about songs that you could dance and sing to with your friends. So first up, we have Be Your Girl by Kate Renata. And I feel like this one is so obviously a great track to share with friends. It's upbeat, and even if you don't dance, you'll at least be tapping your toes, tapping your fingers, just vibing out, okay? Next, we have Nasty by Tinashe. I love grabbing a microphone and singing this song with my bestie. I don't know what it is about this song. It's just great, okay? That's all I can say. Next, I have a super fun throwback. Nicki Minaj and will.i.am. Check it out. This is for when you're a bit closer with your friends, though, because there's no way you won't be up rapping every lyric and dancing like a crazy person. And our last jam of the day is Girl So Confused by Charlie XCX. This one is just too relatable because, yes, it's so confusing being a girl. And sometimes you really do just need to work it out in the remix. Not all the time, though. Okay, that's all the jams I have for this week. Don't be shy. Send me some of your favorite jams too, because they might just get featured in the next episode. Uh-oh, I'm nervous about today's call, but it's that time. Let's dive into Call on the segment where you ask crazy questions and I answer. Here's our first caller.
Hey Vivi, how do I make friends as an adult without feeling awkward?
You have to ignore that awkward feeling and just push through. It's always going to feel a little bit strange at first, and you'll probably replay everything that you said to them because you're wondering, like, did I say the wrong thing? Oh my gosh. And you'll always question if they actually like you or if they're just being nice because, like, the friendship is new. And these feelings are so normal, but they do add to that, like, awkwardness vibe that you're feeling, but that's why you have to just push yourself to ignore it and just keep working on building that friendship. Just see what type of things they like to do for fun, and then see if that's something that you both will enjoy, so then you can do it together, and that awkward feeling will soon disappear because you'll be so busy laughing and just enjoying your new friend.
Hey Vivi, there's this girl on IG that seems like she would be so cool to hang out with. What's the best first text to break the ice?
Ooh, a compliment. I love compliments. They really open the door to being able to have a full conversation with somebody you don't know. Recently, a girl complimented my blush, and we ended up having a whole 10-minute conversation just about makeup. And if you walked by us, you would have assumed that we were friends. And we had literally just met like 2 seconds ago. Think about why you feel like she would be cool to hang out with, and then tell her that. It doesn't have to be weird either. Say she shares a selfie but includes Charlie XCX Girl So Confused. You can swipe up and say, oh my gosh, you always pick the best songs, or something like that. And now you can chat a little bit about music and see where the conversation takes you.
Hi Vivi, how do I know if someone's going to be a good friend? I feel like the vibe is cool right now, but I'm worried.
You have to be the judge of their character. So, like, how do they make you feel when you're around them? How do they speak to others? How do they speak to you? If the vibes are cool now, but you're feeling worried, figure out where that fear is stemming from. Like, is this something that they did, or is it something that you went through in the past? Because if it's stemming from something from the past, you got to give them a chance. You have to give them an opportunity to show you that they can be a good friend. Because at the end of the day, there aren't always clear signs if someone's going to be a good friend or not. You honestly just have to go through it and see. Use your best judgment always.
Okay, Vivi. I have this old friend that I drifted away from a little bit. No wild argument or fallout, just kind of went our own ways. I've been thinking about reconnecting with her. How can I do that?
Reach out. You just have to get that conversation flowing. If y'all have the type of friendship where you can be candid, do that. Let her know, girl, I don't know why we drifted apart. I want to be your friend. And then hopefully she's open to it so that y'all can rekindle and get to that matching PJ stage.
Hi, Vivi. I recently moved and I'm having a hard time making new friends in my new city. Any tips?
Oh, well, first of all, congrats on the move. That's so exciting. Explore your new city, talk to everyone, and find activities of just like random things that you enjoy to do. So take a little solo date where you do those fun activities, and then you can bring in so many friendships. Y'all know I love music and dancing. So I find a cute bar that has a really good DJ, dance, and meet people. Now just take that formula and whatever you see fit, and then go make some friends.
Hi, Vivi. So I went out and made some new friends, but they just aren't it. How do I politely ghost someone who isn't a good fit?
Yikes. This sucks, but it happens. Everyone isn't always meant to be in our lives as friends, and that's okay. I would just let them down gently if they're nice, make the communication a little less frequent, and then move on. But if they're nasty, just go straight to blocking. Just take them off of everything. Good riddance. Okay, Vixens, that's all the calls that we have time for tonight. I love chatting with y'all so much. So if you ever have a question for me, check the description for how to send any questions you have over. Friendships in adulthood can be messy and tough to come by, but they can also be so beautiful and totally worth it. Remember, Vixens, stay friendly, hot, and community driven, and I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.